Be very quiet. This is Paul in the Fields. And the reason I'm whispering is we just got in a huge carton from Perdomo. And no one even knows what we received yet, but I've been waiting for it. So I've already broken into it to get out what I want. You will remember a few months back, we sampled the Perdomo 12-year double-aged vintage. We tried the first release, which was the Connecticut. That's the cigar. That's the tobacco is aged 10 years in the bale and 2 years in the bourbon barrel. That was a real mild cigar. Since then, the sun-grown wrapper came out, which I didn't review, although I've smoked some. But what I've really been waiting for is the Maduro. And it's here. So, let's see what we got here. Look at this. As before, the band has a whole lot going on. It's more or less the entire story of the cigar. What's in it, how it was made, where it was made, ta-da. Much more interestingly to me is this is a gorgeous Maduro wrapper. Doesn't look super oily. It's a dark chocolate brown. It's kind of a matte finish. I have a suspicion that it's not a treated Maduro. This is a good looking cigar. It's a good smelling cigar. If we do the Ligero test, we see plenty of it in there. We know I like that. Let's do a box check. Here's a box. And there you have it. Just a reminder of what's in the cigar, aside from where it's aged and for how long. It's all Nicaraguan. The wrapper is a Nicaraguan Maduro, although it doesn't look like a Nicaraguan Maduro. It almost looks like a Mexican San Andres. There's Seco from Condega in the filler, which is kind of supposed to be aromatic. There's Viso from Yalapa, which is supposed to be a little sweet. And the Ligero, the strong stuff, comes from Esteli, and that's supposed to be real rich. They say a smooth smoke with a natural sweet complexity with hints of dark cocoa and coffee with a rich, robust finish. I say, let's have at it, and we'll find out just what it tastes like and what kind of finish it has. By the way, the pre-light taste, very little spice. Tiny bit sweet, not much spice. Something tells me this is not going to be one of those silly kick you in the butt Maduros. This could be more about flavor than strength. But let's find out. It is smooth and a little sweet. Up to today, I'll let you know if I change my mind, but up to today, as far as I'm concerned, the single best cigar that Perdomo makes is the 20th anniversary Maduro. Which is instantly stronger than this is, but we'll see where we go. So, as usual, Cigar will have this cigar in all of its various sizes, from this Robusto on up to the 6x60 and a couple in between. They won't have it yet because I'm smoking it before the staff even knows that it's here, much less on the shelf. Cocoa and earth. Virtually no spice at all, which is okay. I mean, I like spice, but what I mostly like is a lot of flavor. As long as the cigar isn't bland, it's going to hold my interest. This isn't bland. A little more subtle than the 20th anniversary. The earthiness is kind of dense, which I like. There is a sweet finish after you exhale. Do I need to say that the cigar makes a lot of smoke? No, I probably don't need to say that. I think that's probably apparent. The cigar is typical Perdomo construction, nicely packed, not too hard, but not mushy. No apparent hard spots or soft spots. Nicely capped. It's a real nice wrapper. The veins are on the thick side, but not intrusively so. Half-inch in, I can tell you this is one of the sweeter Maduros that I've had in a long time. Actually, I have to say, I think that their description so far seems to fit the bill, but that's only a half-inch in. So let's be fair. It's still a mild cigar, but mild and flavorful works. Should work for almost anybody. Even the retrohale is sweet. Wow. Sweet and coffee on the retrohale. I like that. This is a vastly superior cigar to the Connecticut version. That cigar really took a long time to build up much flavor. In fact, you might remember I was somewhat negative in the review, and then I came back after the fact because I had kept smoking for a while and reconsidered my opinion. Unless this goes way south, this is a much better cigar. It's going to be a pricey cigar. The other ones in the line have been upwards of $10. This isn't going to be any less expensive. I feel like I'm eating a piece of dark chocolate dipped in coffee. By the way, when I was talking with Nick Perdomo about this cigar, well, about the whole line really, he told me that the tobacco is not just aged in bourbon barrels, it's aged in barrels provided by the people that make Pappy Van Winkle bourbon, which is just about the rarest and most expensive bourbon you can find. The cigar, just so you know, it's not bourbon flavored. It doesn't have any taste of bourbon to it, but the oak of the barrels and the remnants of whatever was in the barrels before tempers the tobacco, and I think contributes really well to the smoothness and mellowness of this cigar. Now that I'm about, coming up on an inch in, and I have to resist the urge to smoke this fast. I want to let it develop at its own pace, but it does taste very good. So I'm tempted to just keep puffing and keeping that flavor in my mouth. It is developing a little more spice as it goes, but on balance, so far, sweet and earthy first and foremost, spicy way, way back. So leave me alone, let me smoke this in peace. And I'll come back after I've smoked it in peace and tell you what has happened, if anything. Ciao for now. Well, here I am again. You can see that aside from it tasting really good, this cigar can hold an ash really well. I guess it's time to knock it off. Perfect little cone. That's a sign of good construction, by the way. If you knock the ash off and instead of a rough end, you get sort of a cone shape. So, the cigar has gotten a little bit spicier, not a lot at all. It has stayed mild. It has stayed very smooth. I would say only the spiciness is built up. The sweetness and the earthiness have stayed pretty stable. The leathery kind of flavors. There are certainly occasions, many, in the course of my typical 12 cigar day, there are many occasions that I might yearn for something stronger than this. But if I really just wanted to kick back with something smooth and mellow, a very relaxed but rich Maduro, this would be a first-class choice. So remember, it's the Perdomo double-aged reserve and in Maduro. And once I tell everybody that they're here, you'll be able to buy them. Until then, smoke often and smoke happy, like me. Bye. Good stuff.